Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 24 of our Confederate Summer 61 campaign in version 1.10 using the A.O.M mod. So, first things first, I did have another viewer unit request, and that is the 1st Confederate State Sharpshooters. So, I have raised them out of Arkansas, and they are under Colonel James Tappan, who is a political officer, but he was the most senior officer from the state, and he's not that great right now, but none of the commanders that you have sitting on the bench are that good right now. So when he's ready to go, so 14 days of recruitment, probably another 8 days of transfer into the Army from there. So he should be in the Army by the end of the month, and that brigade will be going to the 3rd Division of the Corps of the Arkansas, joining the one brigade that's transferring from Lee's Army out east to there, and Dockery's brigade, which I'm also raising. That will give them their 3rd Division. Moving on from there. So, made it through the whole month of August with only the 2 actions, it seemed like. The skirmish in Beverly down in south central Virginia, and the Battle of St. Joseph. So I need to get Missouri cleared. I should have flipped this state already, but it is a pain. I have to get all the Union soldiers out of the state before it will flip. So I have a feeling the 1st Corps of the Army of Missouri is getting ready to disintegrate. Their morale cannot be very good anymore at this point. Though they are still at 15,000 men. I'm ordering the Corps of the Arkansas, which is only 12,000 right now, up to engage the 1st Corps of the Army of Missouri. I'm only sending them first just because the Corps of the Missouri can join them in the battle. But I want to give the Corps of the Missouri some rest. Actually, I need to move them up a little closer too. So I'm hoping to disintegrate this Corps and get them out of the state, or at least force them into one of the territories. Now, the Army of Tennessee, which I'd had hoped to have back in Tennessee at this point, is still here in Missouri. They are moving southwest, back down towards Springfield, and we're going to start hunting down the second Corps of the Army of Missouri, plus their Army headquarters, to try and get them gone. And this is the largest corps, so 6,000 men altogether. This one's 15, I believe. Yeah, so it's going to take both the Corps from the Army of Tennessee to take on this one corps. That's a fairly large one. Also, Bragg's force is now, the Corps of Florida is now over here in the Kansas territory, slowly making their way north. They're about to jump in the river and head up here to Omaha City. Once they are here, I'm going to send them to take down the fort here at Kearney. You got the Corps of Rio Grande, which is now in command of Longstreet, which will get them out of my hair. They are still short to 1 division. All 3 of those brigades are 6 days away from returning, but they're not going to be returning at full strength because I sent this division away before I had popped on the Cavalry reform, but these 3 brigades were all under 200 men, so they had to go and get reinforcements no matter what. So they will be back in 6 days, and I'll be able to start sending the other brigades off to get up to full strength, hopefully. As we zoom out here, you can see there's really nothing going on here in the Tennessee-Kentucky area at all. The Union hasn't moved. I don't have any forces here whatsoever, and I need to get the Army of Tennessee back there as soon as I can, because I'm surprised the Union AI is not capitalized on this situation. Also back here in the east, it's been quiet. One thing I did do for both the Army of Western Virginia and the Army of Northern Virginia is every brigade that was under 1,000 men has been sent home to replenish. So the Corps of the Potomac, I have orders to shift these 2 corps to different positions. So Corps of Shenandoah, which is down in Fredericksburg, is moving up to Manassas. And the Corps of the Potomac is moving down to Fredericksburg from Manassas, because the Corps of the Potomac is down to 15,000 men. Because they had that many brigades that were under 1,000 men. So he lost, not too bad. So 3 infantry brigades, Artillery batteries. Artillery batteries from every army are getting sent back to replenish since I do have the artillery reform. And all their cavalry in every army, except for the Corps of the Rio Grande, because they are a cavalry force, have been sent home to replenish. And just to show you how that's working, I'm down to 61,900 drafts. This was over 100,000. So when I sent all these troops off, I sucked up all the drafts that were available. The good thing is, though, I have 186,000 volunteers. So I can start raising some full strength brigades when I can, because I am very, very short of money right now, and you'll see that here shortly. I mean, look at Alabama's got over 14,000, 22,000 in Georgia. Georgia's been like the workhorse as far as troops go this campaign. Another 16,000 Missouri, 16,000 North Carolina, another 16,000 Tennessee. So I do have options now. It's just a matter of having the money to raise those troops. Excuse me. As we come down in here to Gulf, so I gotta rename that. So the Virginia is refitting right now. So she is at less than 50% ammunition. And down in orange readiness. So she's not going to be doing anything until she's back up in the green. The French Disappointment is actually fully green, but they have no ammunition whatsoever. They're at 39% ammunition. So every time I've sent them out, they've just immediately retreated because they don't even have enough ammunition in their ships for a single engagement. So they're just not even, they're going out, not even fighting. So they're all going to sit there until I can get some ammunition into those ships. And that artillery ammunition is an issue right now. So hopefully I did solve it. I did go around. I think I found all the depots that were pre-built before the campaign, because I really haven't built any. So I had to go through all the states looking for them all, and I have them all emptying out, because some of them are full of artillery and ammunition, and there was no need for it. You know, it kind of had me thinking of when Sherman went into Atlanta and found all those warehouses full of uniforms that were never issued out because the Confederate supply situation was a complete shambles. All right. That should be it for the recap. So we are now going to go into the monthlies as it is September 1st. So the current rating of our nation is triple B minus. That hasn't changed in the last 2 months. Our liabilities now amount to 365 million. It's actually more than that now. As I said, I did raise some things, send some troops away. And you'll see that reflected in the economy here when I show it to you. Current economy cycle is recovery. The wealth of our population is mediocre increasing. Tax revenues decreased by 12 million in the last month. So how's it increasing if our tax revs dropped? Total export last month was 1.1 out with 1.7 coming in. So that gap is still closing. It's kind of holding steady, but getting smaller and smaller. Average corporate production over the last 3 months was 169 million, a change of plus 19 million, and we're still short of artillery, ammunition, and other stuff. So if we come up here to economy alerts, we're still short coffee, obviously, because we can't produce that. That is an import only. It's still showing me short on fish production, which I'm a little surprised about, considering some of our ports are clear at this point. Flour production is still short, and that requires a mill. Just building the one mill should alleviate the flour production issue. Once I have the subsidy for that, I will build it. A lot of production is still short. Transport ships, production is 0 versus demand 213. So I have ports that aren't blockaded, so I don't know why they're not being constructed, because I have plenty of wood. Artillery ammunition production is 10.4 to demand of 64.5. That's a big issue. And small arms production is 17 versus demand of 21. We did have a lot of fights in the last, a lot of fights strung together in the last couple of episodes, where they usually were about a month apart in different theaters, so the ammunition problem wasn't front and center, because it was kind of alleviated by the way the battles were playing out. So if we look here at economy, I'm now at negative 646 million for this month, but that also has to do with me sending away a lot of brigades to go reform. So that jumped my recruitment cost up to 334 million because all those brigades are away drawing troops right now. So it's a hit I have to take. I need to get those brigades up to strength. A lot of these brigades can't even deploy skirmishers. I know everybody screams at me about using skirmishers, but some of these units are so under strength they can't even deploy them. So, and I'm not big on using skirmishers anyway, but even I realize I do need to use them more than I do, but I just can't even put them out because there's not enough men in those brigades to even send them out. So, negative 646 million, and it's the 1st of September, so I'm going to be popping another bond here. So I'm showing negative 3.2 in the bank right now. So we're going to be hemorrhaging money for this month. And moving on to policies. We are currently working on a Free Trade Act, which will be done in 8 days, which will bring our relations with Europe up another 10%. Once I'm done with that, I'll be coming down here to government funding too, so I can go straight into the Revenue Act to start taxing my people. So I'm probably going to pop off on the Tariff Act also. If I pop off the Tariff Act right after the Free Trade Act, the 10% bonus I get from this will be taken away by the Tariff Act. And the Free Trade Act keeps me from posting tariffs of more than 15%. And I did have a viewer ask why I haven't done print notes. Two big reasons. One, it only gets you 60 million per year and new money. Pop and Bolton gives you 120 million a year for new money. That is not going to help me at all at this point. At all. And if I'd done it earlier in the game, my economy would be in worse condition than it is now. So, I'm not going to be doing print notes at all. Tariff Act, possibly, but I'm not sure yet. But getting down to government funding too, and then popping off on the Revenue Act are a big two for me. They're the next two to come up. So, yeah, here in the way of projects. War, Commons King, trade deals. Cavalry carbines, but I don't want... I want the medium range carbines. I also want cavalry reform too, but I need better weapons. So that's almost funded. Okay. That's almost funded. So I'm not even going to bother with repeating rifles. Our selection's getting smaller and smaller as we go because we are popping off on a lot of things. There's nothing I'm going to take right now because I don't need the cast artillery. I don't need the armored gunboats. I don't need the cavalry carbines. I need the medium range carbines. I want cavalry reform too, but so I can get the horse artillery for the Corps of the Rio Grande and get rid of the foot artillery. But that needs to wait. So I really need the medium range cavalry carbines, or actually even Confederate rifles, because I think the carbine you get from that's actually a medium to long range carbine. But moving on to there, let's take a look at intelligence. Union's working on recruitment bounty ones, and they've done the projects for armored gunboats and trade warfare. And it says they recruit 2,500 men in one brigade and constructed another 70 ships now. They've recruited more than 2,500 men. Compared to strategy, they now have 266,865 in the field to my 158,200 in the field. So they've recruited a lot more men than that, but I think they've also popped off in the draft, so their brigades are filling up just as quickly as mine are. But national morale-wise, their morale is getting down there. It's down to 74. Their national support is actually still higher than mine, which I'm surprised about. morale of their armies is higher than mine, even though I'm winning all these victories. But I think that's, like I said last episode, I think that's because I have those 2 armies sitting in Missouri and the state has not flipped over yet, so that is affecting morale. Navy tonnage I have dropped down because I did lose to Manassas, and I did delete all those non-rated ships out of my fleets. You can see here, I don't know why our national support is lower than theirs concerned. We've won 42 battles to their 11. That 42 also counts sieges, naval actions, stuff like that. Total casualties, things are starting to shift as better weapons get into both armies. So they're at 66,873 casualties to our 37,431. And this number is going to start shifting and equalizing out as both armies are getting better armed. Speaking of which, I still have to go through and look and see what weapons I've captured. Do some more upgrades. But I do believe that should cover everything for right now. So I'll be back when something happens. So we have something interesting going on here. The Army of Indiana, which was down here at Cairo, actually started pursuing the core of eastern Tennessee and the Army of Tennessee, which I'm a little surprised about. So definitely have to take that engagement since they are now in the state. Get these guys halted and get ready for a fight here. So I was not expecting this combat at all. So they must have been moving up this road here because I had no sighting on them. My last intelligence on them was about a month old. So not if I was expecting, I will take it. It's 28,000 men right now. Yeah, it's just a one court, 28,000 men. And this army itself is a little over 50,000. This is actually the largest army I have. So they're delaying me from going after the Army of the Missouri. So Corps of Arkansas is where I want it. So let's go get this core. See if we can't disintegrate it. And I'll wait till Bragg's full green before I send them out to Fort Kearney. How are you looking here? Yeah, these guys are still 3 days away. So things are getting interesting out west. So I'm gonna cut this here, and I'll be back with this next action hopefully. And here they come. It's still September 4th. It's 21, going on to 2200. So this will be a September 5th battle, or we'll be starting early. Either early in the day or late at night. Don't know yet. Bring this one on. You know what? Don't know why the Army Commander sat all the way back there, but alright. See, General Emory. I don't think I've ever fought him before as an Army Commander. So they're bringing 27,051 infantry, 1,200 cavalry, and 0 guns to the battlefield. To my 43,600 infantry. I have no cavalry right now because both my cavalry divisions and the life guard for the Army Commander are refitting. And I'm down to 32 guns because I do have a battery from each army refitting. But we do have a very large numbers disparity. My second corps is not going to arrive on the field for 54 hours, so they're going to have a slight numbers advantage on me, but it shouldn't be an issue. So I'm going to pause this here and I'll be back after the load screen. Welcome to the second battle of Rolla. Alright, so they only have one corps coming on the field. They're down here and they got road heading south, road heading north. So they'll probably take this road, and then it's a toss-up on which direction they're going to travel after that. Who are we fighting here? Murray's in charge, and General Canby is a corps commander. I don't know that name. I'm going to have to look him up. What's morale looking at for both armies? Now, their morale's at 62 to my 52. Thankfully, I'm defending on this one. And I have a choice of defensive points, too. And with no cavalry, I really can't scout. I kind of hampered myself there, but it was necessary. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set one division down here at the river and put everybody else over here on this high ground or just forward of. Put the artillery up here and put everybody else down in these wood. Only one division reserve. That's probably what I'm going to do. Now, I could be completely wrong on which way the Union AI is going to go. But I do believe they're going to take the shortest route possible. So I think they're going to come down this road here. Problem is knowing which way they're going to go from here at this little town. They need to go follow this road around here or this road here. I think they're going to come this way because that road goes right into the objective point. So, like I said, one division here, the rest over here, and one in reserve. All right, I'm going to go get this set up, and I'll be back with troop dispositions. All right, so I do have my dispositions set up. From left to right, we have the 1st Louisiana Division, which has no viewer units in it. We have Gist's Division, which has the Fighting Tigers and the Kentucky Colonels in it. And they are holding the center of the road. And right of them is Johnson's Division, which doesn't have any viewer units in it. And down in the south, we have the Knoxville Division covering this crossing here. And I have the Artillery Division placed up this way, and they got fairly good coverage of the approach road here. And these guys are armed with, all 3 batteries have 6-pound wired rifles, so not very long range, as you can see, but they do pack a little bit of a punch. So those are my dispositions for now. And not having that cavalry division is kind of leaving me short of a reserve division right now, but we'll just have to live with it. So I'll pause this here, and I'll be back once we have contact with the Federals. Alright, it's 1:30 in the morning. We do have the Federal spot. It looks like they are using this road down here to head towards the crossing point. And I guess a cavalry spotted my skirmishers. It looks like they're coming for them. It's 1,200 cavalry. One thing I did just notice is the range fans on my units are all orange again. So I guess a patch went out for the update. So that's going to screw with gameplay here a little bit. I'm going to work. Hopefully it doesn't change anything too badly. But I have to go and check the updates on everything after this is done. Why are they all laying down at short range? Please don't tell me he's feuding. So I'm going to shift my furthest division, your skirmishers in, to move into support over here. Get the engineers building some works. Or maybe not. How are they approaching? This looks a little odd. Leaving the road and cutting across the field here, maybe? Either way, I can put my men in the wood, and that'll be fine. That'll work for me, too. Johnson, you stay where you are. Guest, recall your skirmishers. Yeah, I'm just going to rightward shift those two divisions. Let's recall those skirmishers before they get caught out. Things are moving. They shouldn't have known these works were here, but it looks like they're avoiding them. Nobody's using that road. I hate it when the plan falls apart. Alright, I'll be back once we have contact. Alright, so I've sent my skirmishers out to engage this cavalry brigade, and they were about to blow right through my lines. And all these units are armed with Enfields. It's going to take a minute for these divisions to shift over. So hopefully these skirmishers get the better of this. Double timing. Anyone you guessed. Doesn't even hold these guys long enough for this division to get in place. We're going to have our engineers start building fallback works just in case. showing me with a minor defeat, but that's only because their morale is better than mine. What I should do with the artillery is bring them out this way. You notice the units are moving faster on my commands now, and that's, yeah, there was another patch to the update, so I'm going to have to reinstall the A.O.M mod. Skirmishers are doing all right for themselves right now. Once these brigades are in place, I'll push them to the top of the hill here. Otherwise, they're going to be sitting on the backward slope, and I don't need them there because there's no artillery firing on them. Alright, skirmishers did their jobs. And they're sending their skirmishers out to pursue them. That's cute. We can slow you guys down. It doesn't look like they're double timing anymore. Alright. They're going to be exhausted already. Alright, they're ignoring you guys, so let's bring in your skirmishers. Then we'll start pushing them around on the... Oh, never mind, there's a brigade right there. Looks like another one behind it, too. Alright, you guys are sitting there for now. I was going to swing them into the wood here and attack across this way, but looks like that's out now. Enfields, Enfields, Enfields. I think only the one brigade has Lorenzes, and that's because they started the game with them. It looks like my artillery's firing already. That's good. And if you hear snoring in the background, that's my pity again. Everybody's firing? Yeah, good. Is it only the one brigade coming this way? It looks like. We'll see them off pretty handily. Swing that division out. That stuff we got in their hold doors. There they go. Well, that brigade's getting hammered. And it looks like it's just going to sit there. So they only have the one brigade of cavalry, and everybody else is that's a glitch. Oh, and there's a brigade over there. It's some troops coming down that road. Looks like everybody's moving towards the sound of the firing now. Rally your men, damn it. Rally orders to everybody. That European brigade, no, it's fighting tigers, need to get up in position. Why the hell are you always back there? I think we're getting a better exchange, though. Yeah, we're about 2-to-1 on casualties. We're on the Cavalry Brigade. I don't know why just one brigade's glitching out like that. And there goes that brigade. Push in there. Tigers getting position, damn it. Yeah, I think this is all swamp down here, so they're having a hard time moving. We have more troops coming to the fight. Yeah, got 2 of their brigades broken, good. a second now. Every time I think that damn phone is on silent. Push in there. This battle's ours. Oh. They are trying to make an attempt on the river. That brigade should be handled easily. Yeah, it looks like they're withdrawing already. Excuse me. Commander Kentucky Colonels is feuding with his division commander. That's great. Oh, hello. That's not good. AI's making an end run on me. It's not going to matter though. Once these brigades are broken, that's it. Both are, I'm down to 47 morale, they're down to 43 morale. We've knocked them down by like 20 points. Thought I gave you rally orders. The hell are you doing? These guys are just like charging straight through it. There's some glitchy stuff going on right now. These guys are like double timing through to the objective. Damn it. Why the hell did they turn? Long range, damn it. Get in there. Tigers, how you doing? Crap, you got more men coming. It looks like they're ignoring my artillery and just trying to march straight through. It's weird. That they're trying to withdraw through my army. They are withdrawing now. Go get that brigade. This fight got weird fast. There they go, retreating. We are not pursuing. Things got weird pretty fast. Let's speed this along. Let's do a hard save right here. Looks like it's it. Let's pause this here. We'll go through the paperwork real fast because we only had the... And she's allowed tonight. We had the 2 viewer units here. The Tigers got late into the fight, so they inflicted 123 casualties. The Kentucky Colonels, though, 700. So they caused most of the casualties for this brigade. Russell's brigade broke on pretty early. So those are only 2 viewer units, so I'm not going to go through everybody else. But I think the Kentucky Colonels probably laid out the most casualties of all the brigades. Let's get this along to the post-battle. Alright. So we inflicted 3,000 casualties on their 27,000 infantry, 250 of their 1,200 cavalry, for 3,300 of their 29,000 man force. We lost 19... we'll call it 2,000 men. We'll plus it up to 25. So 2,000 of our 43,650 infantry. So that number's, not reflecting the other corps not being on the field. So about 20,000 men. I think we were like 2,000 men below his force. So total loss is 1,975. So that's not so bad at all. So like I said, as you saw, things moved a little faster. Orders went out faster. The sight lines on the units were different. Like I said, it looks like a patch for the update went out, and that did affect the mods. So I'm going to roll this battle off and probably end the episode there because I have to go through and update the A.O.M. mod. So I didn't realize a patch had gone out. And General Rains is now famous. I know you guys can hear my pity. I can hear her right through my headphones. She is loud tonight. All right. Rains is now a national hero. General Slocum loses face. It was a minor victory. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 3,261 men. There are 454 killed, 968 captured. I think that's the most I've captured in a long time. Our casualties total 1,975 men, with 252 killed, 323 missing, and the rest wounded. We've captured, let's say, 1,900 rifles from the battlefield, and have sent 956 men down to Andersonville. How many guys we got shoved in there now? 17,600. That place is turning into a hellhole. Alright, so this battle actually started at like midnight on the clock, so they didn't wait for the A.M. So we'll get this rolled off. It's not the first battle we've won up here, but for some reason I'm getting the early war flavor. Oh, they have a third corps for the Army of Missouri now. That's new. And this is not rolling off like it should. Yep, definitely got a glitch going. The battle's already over by 1,400. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode here while I go update everything. Hopefully nothing broke. So, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, if you've not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so you alert when the next videos come out. If you like a unit in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, uniforms, weapons, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. Also, comments. Keep them coming. I do love answering your guys' questions. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.